Family the mind, make sure you like, comment, subscribe before you even get into this. We got some new news about the diddler, Mr. P. Diddy. While he's in jail, he stopped eating due to he being scared that somebody's gonna put something in his food. I don't blame him, but I ain't gonna lie, he's gonna have to start eating. I think this is gonna go away real fast. The stop eating not really realistic, especially after like a week or two in jail. He's definitely gonna end up start eating. He probably not eating due to stress, due to being scared. Somebody he think could put something in his food due to his bond being denied. It's a lot of reasons why he not eating. We get into this. I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go.
Plots. When people go into custody, they have anxiety, they're depressed,
Exactly.
A lot of things go through their mind.
Exactly.
And one of the things they do is they stop eating. They
Word.
lose a lot of weight.
I can actually say this from experience. When I got locked up for I think 5 days, stopped eating. I stopped eating for a majority of that 4 or 5 days. I'm not gonna lie, and it was bad. It was bad just because you think you finna get out right away, so you could be eating regular food again. Nah, you just go ahead and start eating the jail food, and they wake you up with points of time. They make you start eating different times. For example, breakfast at 5:15. Eat during that time. So yeah, it's a lot that goes into it.
Look at somebody coming out of prison. They look like a POW or something.
Literally, you lose
But
a lot
they've
of
been
weight.
through the ringer. Now, there's a collateral issue that may be here. Look what happened to Jeff Epstein. I got people every day saying, you think they're going to Epstein him? And I go, well, I really don't know. But they can't have this guy do a suicide. It would look kind of funny.
Right.
Now imagine if somebody got to one of the correctional officers, and this could happen. They don't make a lot of money. And there's people out there that he has things on that do have a substantial amount of money. Imagine if someone paid someone off on the inside to actually poison his food, give him a heart attack, and he died.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think, if anything, I think he'll get somebody to pay off a correctional officer to get him some more food, maybe a phone, things of that sort. I don't think nobody is going to end up putting something in his food, especially a correctional officer. They could lose their job. They can do a lot of things, and I don't think they could do that just to try to, finish Diddy off.
Nice. And no one would really think anything of it. So that may be one of the reasons he's not eating. He's really, really paranoid. He's really, really scared. He doesn't know what to think. He doesn't know who to trust or what to believe. Then he had a religious visit also, and a dietitian come talk to him. Now, there's a possibility that he wants to go on a kosher diet. It's prepared a little bit differently. It's a religious diet. That could be another aspect as well. But I remember when I first went into custody at MDC Los Angeles, and
okay, I'll pause it real quick. They're saying there's a source that Diddy is not eating. I don't think that's
normal, though.
Sometimes I
can tell you now, this is not like a breaking news headline. Niggas that been in jail know you're not gonna eat, especially if it's you haven't been in jail in a minute and you just got anxiety, just a lot of things going through your mind. You're not gonna eat. You're not hungry. If anything, you can probably eat one bite out the tray. It's not gonna be nothing major, but yeah, this is normal.
Be a sign of protest, a sign that they don't like the conditions. I would think that it's more likely Diddy not yet adjusted to the food.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go at least initially, as long as he can without eating. They're not giving him the best of meals, so he's just trying to not do, not trying to eat as much. But of course, at a point, he's gonna get hungry enough, and he's gonna even if he has to pick at one or two things, he's going to be able to do it, right?
Exactly.
So
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. I promise you. He's gonna get hungry enough. You've been in there a week now. Trust me. If he probably ate, he's probably picking on one or two things. He definitely ate something. He probably not eating the majority of the meal, half of the meal, but he's definitely ate something. Yeah.
Essentially, I definitely believe that he's not eating as much, but I don't think it's because he's upset. I think it's because he's adjusting.
Yep.
I didn't eat for a couple days, but this guy's been there about a week now, so he should be in a routine.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They is right. They is right. He has been there for a week, and my bad for let me get this on. My bad for pausing it, but I got a lot of like experience and shit. Not a lot, but I got a little bit of experience with this shit, and he definitely been there a week, so he should start eating. I ain't gonna lie, no eating usually lasts like 4 or 5 days, but he been in there almost a week and a half.
And there's just so much, Ashley, there is so much disinformation that comes out. Like he has to get up at 6 o'clock to make his bed and mop his cell. That's for a regular housing unit at MDC. He's not getting out of the shoe. He doesn't have to make his bed, really. He's probably laying in bed all day long, just stewing and thinking. So the situation and the conditions for him are completely different than it would be for a regular inmate. So
I definitely want to see him though. I definitely would like to see him in a jumpsuit or something, some update of Diddy for sure. I would definitely like to see him.
So talk to me, Larry, about talk to me about the potential that this could be a protest, because Ghislaine Maxwell famously said some pretty strident things about the MDC Brooklyn lockup and the food and how terrible it was, and that she had been losing a ton of weight. Is it possible this is a protest?
Well, at several BOP institutions, Federal Bureau of Prisons, institutions across the country, there's food strikes going on where people are refusing to eat because of the quality of the food and the way they're being treated. And that could have carried over to MDC, but on the other hand, he's sitting in the shoe. How did he hear about it? Unless he bought the little overpriced Sony Walkman radio. I bet they let him have that, or maybe he talked to somebody on the phone on a limited call that told him, yeah, they're having a hunger strike, and he's joining in that. Remember, the food is bland. The food is a lot of carbohydrates. It's kind of it fills you up, but you get sick eating it. I mean, there's mold in a lot of that food. The food coming to him is cold. It's not coming to him warm like it would be in a regular housing unit, because they feed the people in the shoe last. Maybe he got sick from the food. That's another possibility. I mean,
I'll tell you exactly what's going on. He used to eating good shit. He used to eating steak, shrimp, salmon, you know what I'm saying? Up the par shit. Once you go into jail and you start eating some mashed up doo-doo, that's literally what it is. Mashed up doo-doo. Once you start eating that shit and you get sick, especially once you get sick, you're not going to ever eat it again. Honestly, it's a rumor. Don't drink the drink they give you. Drink the box drink that comes, already sealed up and stuff. Don't drink whatever they give you because it can fuck you up. So yeah, there's a lot of things that go into it. Could be anxiety. Could be he's getting used to it. But he's been in there for a week, so he should be starting to get used to it. And shit like that, like diet. I don't think nobody's gonna poison his food. I think that's a big risk, and that's gonna be a big headline if they do. And they can't allow him to, commit suicide. So yeah.
They may actually be moving him. Maybe he's concerned in his life.
Yeah, so, I would imagine, and by the way, I don't know if his lawyer has spoken on this, but I would imagine that they're going to act like Diddy's either, suffering in there, can't eat, dietary needs can't be fulfilled, has some extenuating circumstances when it comes to his health, that he needs a better situation. Again, I'm not that familiar with every particular.
My drink just fell. We can stop this fucking video right now. I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.